quorum, so I would like to, thank you. I'd like to welcome you all to the formal meeting of the Salt Lake City Council for Tuesday, January 22nd, 2019. Before we jump into business, I would actually like to turn the time over to Troop, to the boys of Troop 539 from Salt Lake City. They will be conducting or leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
My name is Josh, and my favorite thing about Scouts is the leaders.
Josh,
And-
what's your last name?
Lloyd.
Okay. I just wanted to see if one of your dads was the leaders, but
My name is Daniel Bodner, and my favorite thing about scouting is probably camping.
My name is Max Willardson, and my favorite thing about Scouts is just probably everything, just learning and having fun.
My name is William Tyre, and my favorite thing about Scouts is probably just going every week and having fun.
My name is Charlie Moore, and my favorite thing about Scouts is camping.
great. Well, great job on the Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you all for coming tonight and spending some time with us. We really appreciate it, and good luck with the rest of your scouting careers. Okay. So before we move forward with our public hearing, I just wanted to go over the standards of conduct for our meeting tonight. During our public comment, we ask that there be no cheering, jeering, booing, or any sort of outburst that is either in support of or opposed to comments that people are making. We just want to make sure that everyone is comfortable speaking to the council and addressing the council, and so we ask for your respect with that. Before we move to the public hearing, I will be looking for a motion regarding the formal meeting minutes of Tuesday, January 8th, 2019.
I'll move approval.
Second.
A motion by Councilmember Mendenhall, second by Councilmember Johnston. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion passes, and the meeting minutes for Tuesday, January 8th, 2019 are approved. We have tonight a couple of public hearings. The first public hearing is regarding a resolution for an asset naming proposal for Ty's Garden in Hidden Hollow Natural Area. If you are interested in speaking to this public hearing, please fill out a blue card and hand it to Cindy Lou over here. I will read out the names of the cards that I have. So the first speaker is Dr. Bonnie Baxter, followed by Mike Auger. And as you're coming up to the podium, Dr. Baxter, each speaker will have 2 minutes to make their comments.
Thank you. Dr. Ty Harrison, was my colleague at Westminster College. He was a biology professor for a couple of decades, taught plant biology and ecology. Many of us went on field trips with him, taught May term with him. I had the fortune of traveling with him. Everywhere he taught me and all of our students and anybody who would listen the value of native plants and the detriment of invasives. Ty was also known for connecting our students to two things: their local environment, meaning Great Salt Lake, our creek on campus, Hidden Hollow, and also their local community. Hidden Hollow grew out of this love. He began working with a teacher and her students. He involved our students. He involved whole classes of environmental biology that would go to Hidden Hollow and work. He worked on the maintenance of the park even after it was established. He would go there with students. He would drag me along. I spent many days there with him, ripping out invasives, and I'm not that kind of biologist. I'm a molecular biologist. So Ty taught me a lot. I still go there now. I walk from campus. I walk my dog. I go with students. I still remember the peach leaf willows, and I'm not good with plant names. The preservation of this special green space in Sugar House led directly to the construction of the draw. It connects that riparian ecosystem to Sugar House Park. It has become a treasure in Sugar House in Salt Lake City, and in particular for Westminster College. We still teach there. Our students live on the draw. There's a dorm on the draw, an urban dorm. I can't imagine a more fitting tribute than naming this native species garden Ty's Garden. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Baxter. Mike Auger, followed by Juan Arce Loretta.
Hi there. My name is Mike Ogie. I'm the Stewardship Director with Utah Open Lands, and I wanted to thank you for considering this naming request tonight. I did want to read a section of a letter sent to us by Sherry Sohm, who was the original teacher of the Cope Kids, who rediscovered Hidden Hollow. As the teacher of Hawthorne Cope Kids from the founding of Hidden Hollow in 1990, I can't fully express my gratitude for the kindness of this generous man. After obtaining the city's promise to save the 2.8 acres of open space from development, our little group of students decided that their goal would be to turn Hidden Hollow, which at the time was a dumping ground for construction debris, into an outdoor classroom, where people could learn about the flora and fauna of Utah right in the middle of our city. With this idea in mind, we started looking for experts to help us identify and understand which plants should live there. When Lynn Olson found Ty, we struck gold. He was a true teacher at heart. Ty humbly shared his extensive knowledge of indigenous Utah plants with hundreds of school children and adults. He loved each species and knew where they should be planted. Ty spent countless hours at the Hollow and in the classroom patiently instructing us all. Ty continued working to make Hidden Hollow a true Utah nature park until a few weeks before he passed. Again, we thank you for considering this.
Thank you, Mr. Auger. Juan Arce Loretta, is there anybody else who's interested in speaking to this item?
Good evening. Nice job, Charlie, on my last name. Thank you for the time to talk to you about this. On behalf of the family, I was his son-in-law or stepson, and had many amazing moments with Ty, both in this area and you name it, out in nature. So have the grandkids. You can see some of the grandkids here who actually helped do some of the plantings. Can everybody hear? I hope this isn't breaking protocol, but just so you know how many people are here in support of this, raise your hands. Family, friends, loved ones of Ty. It was probably 20 years ago that the city finally designated this area and granted a conservation easement on the land. In fact, I was in Rocky's administration and kind of pushed this document through. So the family's all been involved with this project, and it would be a real honor for us to have this named after Ty. It's a place that we go out of our way to walk by, and now with the Parley's Trail and the Draw project, thousands and thousands of people are going to walk by this every day and appreciate it for what it is and what Ty has done there and what, frankly, you have done there. Thank you for your willingness to serve. Thank you for your passion and commitment to bring what you have to offer to this community. That's what Ty did as well. So thank you, and thank you to Ty, my stepfather, for all the work he's done and all the work you're doing. I hope you'll pass this out favorably, and I don't think I'm out of line assuming you will with flying colors. So thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Arcelureta. Seeing no further speakers, I will look to the council.
Mr. Chair,
Councilmember Fowler.
may I make a motion? I would move that we close the public hearing and adopt the proposal today to rename this area of Hidden Hollow Ty's Garden. Second.
Motion by Councilmember Fowler, second by Councilmember Mendenhall. Any discussion to this item? Councilmember Mendenhall.
I come from a background in nonprofit work around environmental, and I had the chance to learn from Ty from time to time. And you're right that his passion just extended to anyone that he would meet, and the opportunity to share that passion was contagious. We sit here, we come and we go, our terms and administrations come and go, and it's really an honor to be a part of honorary namings of parts of our beloved city. And whether it's the Oxbow that is now named after Isla Rose Fife, I hope I said her whole name right. We've got a bridge in District 2 that needs a name, and I have no worry that we won't be able to come up with we'll have the opportunity to have our residents' impact be long-lasting, beyond their lifetimes even, beyond the people they had the chance to speak to and meet, as Ty has influenced so many people. This garden hopefully will last even generations farther. So it's just a great honor. As fleeting as this position is, these are things that last. So I'm grateful.
Thank you, Councilmember Mendenhall. Any other comments? Councilmember Wharton.
I'm a proud graduate of Westminster College and was proud to have had Ty Harrison as a professor, and I can't think of a better way to honor him than to name this area after him, and his legacy. Thank you.
Councilmember Fowler.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I unfortunately didn't have the opportunity to know Mr. Harrison, but I do know the work that he has done because I have the opportunity to run by it every morning, or when I actually get out and run, and go up that way and see how grateful, and I come from a biology background and understand how important those riparian areas are and the work that was done there. And I know that area is a huge impact on our district and our community, and I'm forever grateful for the people who have spent their time really dedicating themselves to that area. So thank you, and this really is an honor for us. It's one of those things that we get to do that's not so difficult to actually just say this is a really good thing. So thank you for that.
Any other comments? I will say that I have never run through Hidden Hollow, but I don't run anywhere really. So I do make a point of walking through there as regularly as possible. And you know, while it is an honor, really the most impressive thing is the fact that that area was preserved because of Ty and his team, and you know, all of the people that he brought together. Just because we being the city have preserved that doesn't mean it's not under threat. You know, there have been some construction accidents that have taken out trees that should not have been taken out. So this is something that you know, is going to be a constant requirement of the city to preserve and protect. But we wouldn't be where we are without his work and the work of all of the other friends of Ty's Garden in Hidden Hollow. So all of you who have participated in that, thank you. It truly is a legacy and one that will last for a long, long time as Sugar House continues to develop. With that, all in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Any opposed? The motion passes unanimously. Our next public hearing, we'll be discussing two items on our agenda together in one public hearing, items B2 and B3, which is a grant application for the State of Utah Volkswagen Settlement 2018 Vehicle Replacement Projects Grant Program, and a grant application improving criminal justice responses to sexual assault, domestic violence, dating violence, and stalking grant program. And I do not have any cards for this public hearing. Is there anybody in the audience interested in speaking to these two public hearings? Seeing none, I'll look for a motion from the council.
Mr. Chair, I move that we close the public hearing and defer action to a future council meeting.
Second.
Motion by Councilmember Mendenhall, second by Councilmember Johnston. Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion passes unanimously, and the item is deferred to a later agenda. We are now to section D on our the comment section of our work session tonight. Are there questions to the mayor from the city council? The mayor's office is being represented by Deputy Chief of Staff David Litvack. Welcome, Mr. Litvack. Any questions? Okay. Thank you very much. We'll now move to comments to the city council. I have one card from Ed Blake for our general comments to the city council. If any of you would like to speak to us about any topic, just fill out a yellow card and hand it to us. Mr. Blake.
I feel like the audience all left. Thank you for hearing me tonight. And I know the sacrifice the council makes to do this. And as you're voting someone in tonight, I was thinking about that. And thanks for what you do for us. My name's Ed Blake. I'm the CEO of Salt Lake Valley Habitat for Humanity. And we do more good in this along the Wasatch Front than I can explain in 2 minutes. Couple things. In Kearns right now, we're building a $1.50 house. We spent 4 years designing a house that only uses $1.50 a day in total energy costs and does not pollute the environment. And we just finished the first two. We're starting another two out there, but we're starting one more that's a single family residence located at 470 South, 10th West, using all of the same technical advances that we see at the Field of Dreams. Salt Lake Valley Habitat for Humanity is arguably building the most energy efficient, affordable home in the United States right now. And it's right here in Kearns. 470 will break ground on, it'll be our 100th home. Salt Lake Valley Habitat for Humanity has built 46 homes in Salt Lake City proper. The 47th will be this home on 470. In all 47 homes, Salt Lake City has never given any meaningful help with us building. All of our funding has come from the community. Yet Salt Lake County gives us meaningful help. Taylorsville gives us meaningful help. We cannot seem to find the ingredient that it takes to work with Salt Lake City. The last 3 RFPs that I've sent over have been declined. We can't seem to find a way to make our program work with you. What I've committed to do is work closely with Salt Lake City and see if we can find a puzzle piece where we can move towards you and possibly you can move towards us. My goal here tonight is to give you a heads up that I'm going to work hard on that. And as you see these things come towards you, let's figure out, rather than just say decline, let's figure out how to say, how do we make this work? And let's see if we can get there.
Thank you, Mr. Blake. Before you leave, I know that I have your contact information, but if you could talk with one of our council staff, and I personally would be very interested, and I think there's interest as well to work having the council work with you on some of these items. So,
Perfect, thank you.
Please talk with Cindy Lou over here.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Any other comments to the city council? All right. We are moving quickly tonight. We don't have any new business. Our unfinished business, we have a couple of unfinished business items. The first is an ordinance for Crown Castle NG West LLC franchise agreement for the small cell installation.
Mr. Chair, I move the council adopt an ordinance granting the telecommunication franchise agreement to Crown Castle.
Second.
All right, motion by Councilmember Rogers, second by Councilmember Fowler. Any discussion to this item? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes unanimously. The second item of unfinished business is an ordinance, Crown Castle NG West LLC master license agreement for small cell installation.
Mr. Chair, I further move that the council adopt an ordinance granting a master license agreement to Crown Castle NG West LLC.
Second.
Motion by Councilmember Rogers, seconded by Councilmember Johnston. Any discussion to this item? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes unanimously. The third is an ordinance, ordinances CenturyLink franchise agreements.
Mr. Chair, I move the council adopt the three ordinances as listed on the motion sheet. Would you prefer me to read them?
Yes.
An ordinance granting a telecommunication franchise agreement to CenturyLink Communications LLC, and an ordinance granting a telecommunication franchise agreement to Quest Corp DBA CenturyLink Communications QC, and an ordinance granting a telecommunication franchise agreement to Level 3 Communication LLC and Level 3 Telecom LP.
Second.
Okay, a lengthy motion by Councilmember Rogers and a short second by Councilmember Fowler. Any discussion?
I felt like I should have had AC/DC going while I read that.
That's why I asked you to do it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion passes unanimously. And we are now to item 4, a resolution appointing a member of the Salt Lake City Council, District 4 vacancy. And
I can
I don't
make it
have
up.
I don't,
You just need a motion. Help us, Margaret.
okay,
So-
Margaret?
So the resolution is in your materials, but I think what would be procedurally appropriate is for one of you to make a motion selecting the applicant of the motion maker's choice, as was discussed in the straw poll, and then follow the second to adopt the resolution. And then
Okay.
the resolution, just so you know, contemplates selecting the person to fill the midterm vacancy, and then authorizing and directing the city recorder to go ahead and swear the selected individual in so that they can, going forward, fully participate as a council member.
Great. Since Councilmember Johnston made the straw poll in the work session, I will look to Councilmember Johnston to make this motion if he is still interested in doing so.
I am. I tried to memorize what the council just said. Mr. Chair, I make a motion that the council appoint Analia Valdemoros to fill the vacant District 4 council seat for the duration of this term, and authorize the city recorder to swear her in.
Second.
Motion by Councilmember Johnston, second by Councilmember Rogers. Any discussion to this appointment? Or resolution? I guess it's not an appointment.
I'd like to say welcome. Congratulations.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Congratulations, council member. Councilmember Analia Valdemoros is officially a member of the Salt Lake City Council after she is sworn in. After she's sworn in. See, we're so excited for you. And that was a unanimous vote by the council.
Can we swear her in right now?
Yep. So at this point, I will turn the time over to City Recorder Cindy Mansell.
Okay, if you could raise your right hand and repeat after me. I do solemnly affirm. I do solemnly affirm. That I will support, obey, and defend. I will support, obey, and defend. The Constitution of the United States. The Constitution of the United States. And the Constitution of the State of Utah. And the Constitution of the State of Utah. And I will discharge my duties. And I will discharge my duties. With fidelity. With fidelity. Two for you to sign.
Congratulations, council member.
I can't believe this. I cannot believe this. Thank you.
Can she come?
Yeah. Okay, as soon as Dan is done taking photos, I will invite Councilmember Valderramos to take her seat with us up on the dais.
I know, yeah. I'll be singing that.
We all cry.
Even James.
Okay.
And you can turn your own light on. We wanted to
Yeah.
do it for you, but there's a switch.
No, actually,
I always keep my light off, so.
no.
No, it does. You
It
just
might,
be patient.
yeah,
with
you
it.
just have
There
to,
you go.
yeah.
It'll buzz.
Yeah.
Okay, so Councilmember Valdemoros, what we've talked about doing since we weren't sure what we were going to do tonight, if we were going to make a decision or if we were going to extend it, what we thought we would do is, instead of putting you on the spot right now and having you make your comments, that we will put you on our agenda for our next formal meeting, which will be in it's the first. I can't remember the date, but it's the first Tuesday in, February 5th. So at that point, you can make your introductory comments and invite family and friends to be there. Fortunately, your husband was able to be here to see your swearing in, but since this all happened so fast, we at least wanted to provide you with that opportunity on the 5th. Great.
I know, we're full.
So, if you are, so we have one more item of business, which is our consent agenda. I will look to our new Councilmember Valdemoros to move the consent agenda.
I move to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
Okay, a motion by Councilmember Valdemoros, second by Councilmember Wharton. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. And any opposed? The consent agenda is moved, and we are adjourned.